Hello guys, we're going to present you to about the assignment for the INFT1201 computer hardware course. This is one of the important assignments for a very good reason. So, as you guys are going through the IT college, everybody in your family, your friend, your people around you will start asking you questions about the technology. They will start asking you which one is better, this phone or this phone, which one is better, this TV or this TV. I want to buy a watch, I want to buy a printer, and people will ask you about this. It's a very important skill for you as a student to be able to explain the technical ideas that you are having in your head. You know there's two computers, you know the technical specification of these two computers, and most probably if you are explaining them to me, I will understand it. When you tell me it's an i7 processor with 16 gigabyte of RAM, I'll get it. But if you are explaining this to somebody who's not IT technology, he will have difficulty understanding you. So it's a skill that you need to learn how to build, how to explain technical idea for non-technical people, and that's why we choose this homework. The other skills that I'm looking at in this assignment is your ability to present information, your ability to stand and talk and present your ideas. And unfortunately, many students in year one and year two, and that's very expected, they don't have that skill. And this homework hopefully will trigger in you that you need to develop this skill in the coming 3-4 years before the time come and you are in a job interview and you don't know how to talk about yourself. So how do you guys will do the assignment? So each one of you guys will get an email from me giving you a different story. So one of you will get an email from me saying I want to buy a laptop for my daughter, she is grade 7. Some other guy will get an email from me says I want to buy a gaming desktop for my son. Somebody will get an email says I want to buy a printer for my house. So each student will get a separate email with his own story or her story. Now, step number 2, you need to visit a local store in Qatar and look for that product. Good. You will go to the store and you will play the role of I'm a customer and I want to buy a printer for my sister. Don't tell them you are a student and you are trying to do a homework, because then they will ignore you and go for a real customer. What you need to go says I'm a customer, my sister asked me to find her a printer and she is, give her the details in your story. I want to buy something for my brother, he is, and give him the detail of story and start having the discussion with the people. You are there not to argue with the sales team. You are there not to have a argument with them. You are there to see how they convince you and how they explain to you. I know you know. Before you go, you should know what kind of computer you want. You should know that for this, my daughter, which is year 7, you need an i5 with 8 gigabyte of RAM. For the gaming kids, you need i7 with 32 gigabyte of RAM. We know this, but when you go in front of the customer, in front of the salesman, you need to see how he explained this to you. When he tell you need a computer with 8 gigabyte of RAM and i5, tell him why. Why not this thing that is called i7? And if he told you i7, tell him why not i5. If he told you 16 gigabyte of RAM, tell him why not 8. If he told you 8, tell him what about 16? Let's see how he explained the difference between the RAM and the CPU and the hard drive for you. You need to learn that skill from them. So this is why we insist on students going to the store to get this, and we don't accept online submission. So you guys went to the store, you need to find me 3 different products, 3 different options. So, and these options, try to make them a little bit different from each other. Don't bring me 3 laptops that are, the 3 of them are i5 and the 3 of them are 8 gigabyte of RAM and 3 of them are 256 hard drive. Okay, so you need to find me 3 different options. That is number 1. 3 different computer or 3 different printers, so you can present and have a discussion with me. So for example, if you are buying a laptop for my daughter, find me a computer with i5, 8 gigabyte of RAM and 256 hard drive, for example, or find me another computer that is 16 gigabyte of RAM and find me something with something else, so you can have a discussion with me. Now, what are you going to deliver in the homework? First thing you need to deliver is your PowerPoint presentation. The PowerPoint presentation should be 5 slides maximum. Don't give me 16, 17, 8 slides. No, it should be 4 slides or 5. Now, in slide number 1, you will show me why are you recommending what you are recommending for me. In slide 2, 3, and 4, you will show me the product. Laptop, laptop, laptop. Slide 5, if you have something to say. I will show you later in few minutes a sample of this PowerPoint presentation. But the PowerPoint presentation worth 2 out of 10 points. Good? The data and the details written in the presentation. So you have to have nice data, nice detail about the presentation. The second part of the assignment is the presentation skill. You need to tell me about the computer. It's 5 minutes. You have about 5 to 7 minutes to talk to me about the three options that you are presenting. Tell me what are you doing and what you are presenting and why did you recommend this stuff for me. Now, how do you guys lose mark on this? Number one, you need to sound confident. Otherwise, you will lose mark on this. You cannot just be standing in front of me and be like, I am getting you a laptop i5. That doesn't sound as a confident. You need to be able to speak confidently, fluently. Now, I know this is very big challenge for many of you. How do you avoid this challenge? Practice. Record yourself. Put your phone in front of you, start the camera or recording video, and talk to the camera. Record yourself in a video. Once you recorded yourself to a video, stop and listen. Watch the video. Find out your mistake. Find out what are you doing wrong and how funny or how crazy you are doing. I seen it many times in presentation where students don't notice and you tell them in the presentation, you were doing this. He tell you, no, wallahi, I didn't do it. Good. So you need to record yourself at least 5 times. Okay? Now, the other thing, you need to speak to me in a language that a user will understand. I will act in the presentation day, I will act as the most non-smart customer. I will act as a guy who never seen a laptop in his life. And you will be telling me RAM, hard drive, 8 giga, 16 giga. I will tell you, what? What are you talking about? No. So you need to make sure you explain to me as if I am somebody that has no idea. So when you want to talk about the RAM, you have to explain to me what is the RAM, what does it benefit me. When you talk about the CPU, what is the CPU, what does it benefit me, and this stuff. The other very, very important part in the presentation, don't be boring for 2 reasons. Number one, I have like so many presentations in a day, I will be sleepy. No. The real reason for boring is you need to be interactive when you present your idea. When you are in a job interview and you are trying to convince the guy to hire you, you technically are selling him your services. When you are in a class, when you are presenting your case to the dean because you need something happen, you need to be able to present yourself in a very exciting way, in a very confident way. That way the customer or the guy or whoever you're talking to don't feel bored when you are talking. I seen it so many times where a student come to my class in the presentation day, he have the slide on the screen and he go look at the slide like this and start reading from the slide like a loosey news anchor something. Like, this computer is Dell 5152 RMX. It has i7-DDD-ML CPU processor that is red. That's not a presentation. That is so boring thing. Now, that said, I know many of you are terrified from the idea of presenting in front of somebody, and some of you are scared, and some of you are weak in this. Here is how you can get the 4 point even if you are really bad. What you need to do is you need to record a video of yourself presenting to the camera the presentation, practicing the presentation 5 times. And there should be a time difference between the 5 videos. Don't record the 5 videos after each other in 3 minutes, and each video should be at least 5 minutes. Put the camera, record yourself, and then watch the video 3 times. Then freshen up, do it again. I guarantee you, if you did bad in the presentation, and when I'm saying bad in the presentation, bad because of the stress, because like you are afraid. If you show me the videos, you'll get the full mark. But the video will not give you full mark if you are boring and reading from presentation. No, that's your fault. Good. The video will not give you a full mark if you are telling me wrong information. i5 is faster and better than i7. No, the video will not pass you that. But if you are stressful, the video will get you the grade. So make sure you record the video. And honestly, in all my time, whenever a student did bad in the presentation because he was like stressed or talking about, I ask him, did you make a videos? He says no. So nobody who made the videos are really ending up really, really bad. So please make the videos. The last part in the presentation is understanding and answering my questions. So I will be asking you questions when you are finish your presenting, I will ask you, you were mentioning that this laptop have a DDR4 RAM. What is that and how does it different from DDR5? You mentioned something that this is VRAM, something graphic card. What is the graphic card? This is stuff that we have in our presentation, and you guys have to study it anywhere for the final exam. So this is kind of study for the assignment, study for the final exam, study for quiz 2 in any way. So please make sure you study this stuff. Make sure you understand this stuff. The CPU, the RAM, the hard drive, the difference between the hard drive SSD, NVMe, HDD, what is the graphic card, what is the job of the graphic card, what is the CPU job, what is the RAM job. Those are a very basic things that anybody who claim to be an IT should know. Good. So this is how you guys do the assignment, and I will show you some samples in a few seconds. Now before we go to the samples, here is what you have to submit. There is submission number 1. When you go to the store and meet the guys in the store, you need to take me at least 6 to 7 pictures of a products that you seen in the store. It doesn't have to be the same product that you will give me. You go there is 15 laptops, and you choose 3 of those. Take photo of 3 of those that you like, and take photos from other 3. Desktop, screens, anything. Take me photos to prove to me that you are in the store, and you need to write me small paragraph that says, I decided that this customer require i5 with 8 gigabyte of RAM, or this customer requires i7 with 32 gigabyte of RAM, and why. Why do you think this customer need this? So that is submission number 1. Submission number 2 is you presenting to me a draft of the PowerPoint. Good. And the submission number 3 is the day of the presentation, when you guys do your presentation. So this is the general idea about the presentation.